Yo, yo, what's going on, fellas? I'm back, and it feels awfully good hanging out with you guys. I miss when we don't get together and we don't get to talk our sports and talk our sports betting as well. So, feels good to be back in here with you guys bright and early on this great Thursday morning. Thursday night football, Europa League and soccer. Should be a nice little fun day of being entertained by our sports. Let's make sure we, of course, go ahead and do our recaps. We'll recap Tuesday, we'll recap Wednesday, and then we'll dive on into the action. If we throw the recap up from Tuesday was really good to us. There in the Champions League, going 3-1, winning up over 2 units. Just missed a Barcelona goal to go ahead and pull off the brooms and do a 4-0 sweep. Who didn't see Barcelona scoring? There certainly didn't see that one right there, but give Shakhtar credit. I mean, absolutely fantastic performance, there by Shakhtar, getting the early goal there in the first half, up 1-0. And then in the second half, they just said, you know what? I bet if we put 11 men behind the ball, Barcelona can't break us down, and we'll walk out of this thing with a 1-0 win. Executed the game plan absolutely to a T. Of course, Barcelona had chances in the second half, but nothing that was all that threatening. They had the ball, of course, because Shakhtar is sitting deep, but they couldn't do a damn thing with it. They didn't do anything really in that first half. Shakhtar, you got to give them credit. Hate to lose a bet. Hate to lose a bet, but damn, Shakhtar, fantastic performance. And that was our only loss of the day. We had 3 great winners. Dortmund, Newcastle under 2.5. 2 times they played this season. 2 under 2.5s at a good plus money cash. Love to see that right there. We got a little bit of a sweat in that game. The second goal, came around 75th minute, maybe 80th minute, so 10, 15 minute sweat. Tuck us in, baby, and that's what happened right there. What about that Man City team total? Over 2.5. That was just a great read right there. I was telling people on TikTok Live, do not do the team total over 3.5. They will pull the reins back in the second half. A, it's what City does. And B, I was telling people they have Chelsea this weekend in the Premier League. So they're not going to, go for it in the second half. They want to, preserve the legs and get guys off the field. Exactly what they did. And then if you hung out with me on TikTok Live, we got a great 2-unit cash as we went in twice on the first half over for Man City, about around 30 minute, and then around about 40th minute, we went in for another unit at plus money, and Phil Foden comes through dramatically in the last minute of that first half. So that was good right there. Didn't leave you guys hanging because we parlayed it, though, with Milan PSG under 3.5. That was a good little bit of sweat right there. Milan wins the match 2-1. I can't remember the length of that sweat, but that was long enough to where I know I was a little bit uncomfortable watching that score. And, just hoping that there wouldn't be a fourth goal. It did not happen. That was a great cash. And then Porto team total over 1.5. That was, of these 4 plays, that was the biggest sweat of the day. Porto gets the early goal in the first half. And then they made us wait till injury time in the second half to find the back of the net due to Pepe. So very, very long and uncomfortable sweat right there. And hell, that whole parlay was a little bit sweaty because Red Star Leipzig, while they got a goal in the first half, they made us wait till minute 80 or so to get their second goal. So just a full-on sweaty parlay, but I'll sweat my ass off if that means I can end up at the cash counter. And that's exactly what we did. So 3-1, up over a couple units. So fantastic day on Tuesday in the Champions League. And unfortunately, we gave it all right back, though, yesterday in the Champions League. Copenhagen United under 2.5 really didn't have much of a chance as there were 7 goals in that game. A little bit of frustration with me because I had a couple bets in that game. I gave out on TikTok Live, Copenhagen double chance at plus money. Guys asked me, most recently on Monday night with Tottenham-Chelsea, why are we getting in multiple bets in this same game? Why are we trying to get cute and thread a needle? I'm not trying to get cute. I'm not trying to thread any goddamn needle. I'm just following stats, following statistics. Probably should have given out both of those. I'm sorry I gave out, obviously, the wrong bet to you guys. I still like the under 2.5, even though there were 7 goals, and maybe I looked like a little bit of a clown, but that's not the first time I've taken an under, and there's been a lot of goals. Shit happens. PSV Lens, second half over 1.5. PSV has scored a second half goal in every game across all competitions this season. Except for yesterday, they didn't find the back of the net in the second half. The game finishes 1-0 with the goal coming in the first half, so we lose that one right there. So damn near gave it all back, but still positive on the week at plus 1.42 units. Got plenty of arbitrage money as we roll on into this weekend. Let's head on into the comment section. Again, hope you guys are doing well on this Thursday morning. Feels good to be back with you guys. Love the mentality, Ryan. How are we going to do it? We're going to do it with the 2-unit play. Have you already locked it in? This has got some crazy line movement. We're locked in at minus 103. The line this morning at around 7 a.m. when I did a check was minus 121. And then I just looked about 30 minutes ago, and it's like minus 105 again. And it's the Leverkusen leg that is coming down in price. So I did a double check just to make sure like nobody got hurt yesterday in the training session. There's no new injury concerns for Leverkusen. So people want to fade Leverkusen today on the road, so be it. I think we've got an absolutely great parlay. I think we've got a great 2-unit play. We will break the books today, Ryan. Love to see it right there. What's up, man? Fired up? I'm fired up today, my man. Kyle, what's up, man? Morning to you. Missed you yesterday, man. Hope you're doing well. Ross, hope you're doing well as well, man. What's up, dude? What's going on, man? Did you get your boss in on this 2-unit play yet? Did you get your boss on the 2-unit play yet, Ross? That's how you're going to get him in off your ass a little bit when you're sitting here watching this show at work. Give him this 2-unit banger, man. Let's go. Corey, what a banger of the 3. Yeah, Corey was on TikTok Live on Tuesday hitting that Man City. He hit a 3-uniter. Give Corey credit. It was like minute 43, and he put in the chat, like, I'm going in for a 3rd unit. I didn't quite have all that balls, I guess, fair to say. I was already in for 2 units, but Corey coming through, and Phil Foden, beautiful finish, left foot. Yeah, just a beautiful finish right there. Love to see that. Barcelona was your 17 parlay killer. I think Barcelona killed everybody. I mean, like I said, we needed a goal to hit both teams to score. Everybody had Barcelona in some, whether it was a single play like we had or Barcelona in some form of a parlay. Yeah, they killed everybody's parlay, and, you know, they looked like shit. They didn't do anything in the first half, and then the second half, just the way Shakhtar was playing was always going to be difficult for them to find the back of the net, and that's exactly what it was. Morning, Bill. Morning, man. We're 3 weeks away from Bills Eagles. Oh, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready, Bill. You took Ajax team total over 1.5 plus 136. I can't quite get there. I hear you. I think it is a both teams to score. It's possibly a both teams to score over 2.5. Ajax has been dreadful all season long. Hell, they're in the relegation. They did have a good bounce-back performance, I think, this past week, and they did pick up a win, but I don't know. I can't quite get there. Are lineups out? No, lineups are out in about a half an hour. It's not a bad look, Chris. I hear you. Ajax has just been dreadful so far this season. We'll see what happens. Canes, morning, man. Morning. Napoli killed you. Yeah, so Barcelona was the parlay killer on Tuesday. That was the parlay killer on yesterday's Champions League action, was Napoli. And, man, they gave up that counter-attacking goal. Fantastic goal by Union Berlin on the counter-attack. And then Napoli just couldn't quite find a second. I laid off that game because Osimhen wasn't available. Like, he's the guy. I mean, they've got other good players, obviously, at Napoli. But without him, I just didn't feel confident pulling the trigger on Napoli. I'm sorry that happened to you there, Canes. You're going to bounce back today. You're going to bounce back. And I'm going to see you on the Between the Posts today. I look forward to hanging out with you, my man. You're always a regular on Between the Posts. I love getting your insight on there. Guys, we're pulled the plug, obviously, on betting those NFL dogs, as we talked about. We've got $700. Threw it out to you guys. What will we do with that? As you can see, leading in the clubhouse right now is put that $700 on one bet, hit it, and do a rinse and repeat and see if we can do that. I can't imagine that changes between now and Friday when the voting is over. So it looks like that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and kick that off. So on Friday's show, on tomorrow's show, I'll let you know what you're sweating over the course of this weekend with the $700 wager. We only need to hit about 3 or 4 of these suckers, and we'll be up a few $1,000s, and then we will go ahead and cash out because it's the holiday season, and I'd like to take several people and give them all each a few $100s. So that's the goal. See if we can hit 3, 4 of these bets. I think we can do it. I think we can do it. We were close last time. I think we can do it. We're starting off with a good amount of money. If you don't think we should spend it on one of our favorite bets, get on over to the community tab here on YouTube and get your vote. Let you be heard. But 35 people, about 80 people, watch the show every day. Everybody's seen the poll. So I think that's where we'll end up settling at the end of the day. So there we go, boys. Let's go ahead and throw these bets on up for today. We're going to go ahead and roll there into Europa League. I mentioned the 2-unit play. We, of course, tweeted it last night there on Twitter. Leverkusen team total over 1.5. Liverpool team total over 1.5. I've said it numerous times. If you look at this competition, to me, these are the 2 best teams in this competition. You don't know how the bracket will shape out in the knockout rounds, but if these teams are on different ends of the bracket, I think this is the Europa League final, Leverkusen versus Liverpool. They won this reverse fixture a couple weeks ago, 5-1. It won't be 5-1 today because now Leverkusen and Liverpool are on the road, but they should at least each be bagging 2 goals. I I would say at least right there. No injury concerns really with either of these clubs. The lineup prediction sites I look at, several of them, they've got all the guys in there. So I love this. It's basically at even money. Yeah, I absolutely love it. So I thought about doing over 2.5. Nah, let's just lump them together, bump it down, basically even money, and slap 2 units on it. That's how I'm going to roll today in the Europa League. I'm not interested in anything else. Maybe when lineups come out. I mean, there are some plays where you could take 3 games. There's 3 games I've got circled, and you could do an over 1.5 goals parlay. It comes out to be about plus 120 over on Caesars, but I don't know if I'm fully interested in that. Just give me the 2 big dogs in this competition, and let's see if they can each get 2 goals on the road and basically cash an even money bet for a 2-unit banger. So that's how I'm rolling today in the Europa League. If we look for Thursday Night Football, are you guys betting this shit? Are you guys betting Panthers versus Bears? There's no way I'm betting Panthers versus Bears. But, of course, we will use some of that arbitrage money and hop on over to FanDuel and take advantage of their same-game parlay risk-free. If we lose it, we'll get a $5 free bet back. I'm, of course, going to take the under because who the hell bets an over in primetime? You know what I mean? So give me the under 38.5. Give me DJ Moore over 56.5 receiving yards. I'll just go ahead and play that narrative of a revenge game from DJ Moore, obviously going up against the former team after being traded. So I'll play that angle. And then I will take the Bears first half team total over 10.5. Let's talk about this game a little bit, though, because, hell, maybe you're interested in betting this and maybe you want some angles to go ahead and bet. So let's talk about it. The Panthers are the second worst team in the NFL at defending their running back position. They allow the second most fantasy points per game to the running back position. They allow 120 yards per game to running backs, and they allow them to score 1.5 touchdowns per game. I can't really buy into that stat, though, because they've been getting their ass kicked all season, and teams are running on them in the second half and in the fourth quarters. So that number to me is inflated a little bit just due to the nature in which their games are outplaying. Are the Bears going to get up, by double digits and be able to run the ball in the fourth quarter? Tight spread leads you to believe no. It's a low total, leads you to believe no. So I couldn't quite jump on that trend in this game. The Panthers are the 6th best team at defending the tight end position. 6th best team at defending the tight end position is those Carolina Panthers. They allow tight ends to only get 3 catches per game at 33.4 yards per game. So you look at Cole Kmet. Maybe I'll go ahead and take the under. Well, shit, he's gone over in 6 games this season. And he's the second leading receiver on this team in terms of targets. So while the Panthers are really good at defending the tight end, I don't want to go up against a guy who's got 6 cashes this season and he's second on the team in targets. That's, to me, is not a good match, but there is that angle in this game. What about if you're looking at maybe fading the kickers in this game, right? We tailed the kickers on Monday Night Football from a lean perspective. If you look at both of these defenses, they are dead last in the NFL. They both are tied dead last. They allow, when you get in the red zone, 75% of the time you get in the red zone, they're allowing a touchdown. So that would say, okay, maybe they get in the red zone, they get touchdowns, so maybe you fade the kickers. I don't know, can't quite get there on that one right there. If you're wondering about from an offensive standpoint, though, when the Bears offense gets in the red zone, they punch it in for a touchdown 64% of the time, where the Panthers punch it in 53% of the time for 6 points. Bears have the worst turnover margin in the NFL. Nobody's worse than the Bears from a turnover margin perspective. I lean the under. Obviously, I've put it in the same game parlay, but that's more just playing the primetime under narrative. I also like Bears -3. I think they get it done here at home. It's an undrafted rookie quarterback, though, going up against a rookie quarterback. I just want no part of this game. Those are the best trends or angles, I guess, per se. The ones I rifled off there, the running back, the tight end. But nothing that's going to get my money, definitely not going to get my money in terms of slapping on a full unit. But if you're interested, those are some of the angles there in the game. As for what else we've got going on today, 12 p.m. Eastern Time. 12 p.m. Eastern Time, I'll be joined by Matt. We'll, of course, break down the 10 games this week in the Premier League. I've got several bets already queued up to go ahead and give you guys this week in the Premier League. You should know one of those bets if you, I don't want to say if you've been paying attention, because if you can't think of the bet, I don't want to certainly insult anybody because I love hanging out with you guys. But you guys probably know one of those games or one of those bets. I bet you do. It's in Crystal Palace versus Everton. You guys remember that trend? Crystal Palace, home game, Selhurst Park. Yeah, you should know one of those bets that we're going to go ahead and bet. So come on over to Between the Post, though, at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Hang out with Matt and I, and we'll talk about all 10 games. I've got, let me see. semi bets I've got queued up this week in the Premier League. I'm contemplating putting 3 bets in on one game, just to let you know. I want to hear Matt out on one of these games. But I'm going to at least drop out probably 5-ish or so bets. And maybe one game I dropped 3 bets. Maybe in one game I dropped 3 bets in one game. So we'll see. Let's roll back up here. Let's catch these comments that are flying on in and see what we got. Give me a good plus money team total. All right. I'll give you one. I don't know what it is. I'll go look it up right now. But I like, and I don't know how to pronounce this team per se, but the team that's going up against Sheriff today, I like them. I like them at home. Sheriff is not that great on the road. If you look at their away stats, they're not good. Servette? I don't know. Servette's taking on Sheriff. Let's see what their team total is. Yeah, it's minus 125 for 2+ goals, so not plus money. Let's see who else can maybe do it. I mean, you could do Leverkusen over 2.5 at plus money. I think Leverkusen gets more than 2, not quite 5 that they got last time out, but I bet they get a couple. I do like the over 2.5 in Maccabi versus Villarreal. I do like that over 2.5. I also like the over 2.5 in LASK versus Union Saint Gilloise. We know that team. That's that team that also the owner owns. Brighton. Let's see. What's this Freiburg team total? I bet Freiburg bags a couple. Yes, everything's just kind of so juicy. Probably Leverkusen over 2.5 is probably your best look, especially if you get their lineup that everybody suspects. Of course, West Ham versus Olympiacos. Maybe you guys remember we got that cash last match day. Both teams to score over 2.5. It's West Ham. How can you not like both teams to score in a West Ham game? So I'm scrolling through this, man. I mean, everything's just so juicy. Let's see what Atalanta is. Yeah, you got to get 3 goals at home. Tough question. I like the question, Chris, but it's a little tough to give you a definitive one here. Nah, that's a tough. I'll go Leverkusen. Leverkusen should get 3 goals, and that one is at plus 140. I'll go Leverkusen. Okay, I'm here for that. I would love to make this be the end of my sports betting journey. Maybe this will be the end of the journey. We just take this 700 and roll it, Corey. I like the idea. Hey, Tim, my man, Tim. What's going on, man? Hope you're doing well. Under 39.5. Is that line going up? That line's going up. Let's get a look here. Let's use, of course, our odds checker if you just want to quickly line shop. Let's see. I'm showing every book's got 38.5. So if you've got a book that's got 39.5, sure, grab it. If we look at their prediction, they've got a 23-24 game. That's 47 points. Shit, maybe I am watching Thursday Night Football. No, I will not. I'm not going to watch much of that. Maybe till half, but I'm not going to be watching that shit. Going to parlay tonight's NFL game with the Iowa Hawkeyes. Rutgers total combined to a whopping 17 points. Okay. I assume that's basketball? I mean, sure. I think that's basketball? Or are we looking ahead to college football over the weekend? Panthers, under and teeter. Just be careful with that, Gent. Remember what everybody did Monday night. Oh, I'll take the Jets and give them up to 9.5. I'll take the under and tease it up, but then still take the under. And what happened? The Jets couldn't cover, the 9.5 or even the 10.5 people did. So just be careful, man. Just be careful. Just be careful. Just be careful. Did you bet that? No, I did not. Of course it hit because I didn't bet it. Of course it hit. No, any thoughts on interception props? Well, the turnover margin for the Bears, like I said, is the worst in the NFL at -1. Let's get a look. Interceptions thrown per game. Let's see. Bears are throwing 1.3 interceptions per game. Third worst in the NFL. The Panthers are about 12th worst in the NFL. They throw just under an interception per game. Let's see how many interceptions they get. They're neck and neck. Each defense gets about a half interception per game. So, what's the weather like? You always got to take into account the wind here in Chicago. What's the weather like tonight? It says moderate. It's 15 miles per hour. That's basically every day in Chicago, to be quite fair. So I don't know, not great, Bill. Just in terms of a stats perspective, the defense is only getting about half a game, so not fantastic. Meanwhile, you look at Jacksonville 49ers this weekend; they're playing, and both of those defenses get 1.5 interceptions per game. I don't know what the line is on Purdy or Trevor Lawrence, but now you're starting to get obviously some better numbers right there. Badgett under 188.5 passing. Yeah, I hear you. There it is. Crystal Palace taking on Everton. Corey's already got that bet locked in. It's plus 170 over at FanDuel is your best price. Plus 170 over at FanDuel. Crystal Palace taking on Everton. I've locked it in. I'll give it out. I just went for the full unit. Or did I do half unit? What's my notes? Did I do a half? I think I'm going to decide if I give out 3 bets. That's the game I'm actually considering giving out 3 bets in. So I don't know if it's going to be a half unit play or a full unit play. It just depends on how many bets I give out in that game. I may give out 3 half-unit bets in that game, but that is. I mean, Corey's got it. That's the one bet I was talking about. Bryce Young to have over 225 passing. My future does not like that, Brian, but I hear you, man. Bears are going to win. I think the Bears do win the game. Oh, the Bears. Oh, right, because they've got it. They've got a chance to go 1-2 in the draft order. That's right. If things fall their way, Bears could have the top 2 picks in the draft. I actually do remember that. I don't want to screw up the Panthers draft pick. I like that, Ryan. I like that. You're on the 2-unit banger. Let's go, Ross. Get your boss on it, man. Get your boss on it. Let's go. You're taking Bucks money line first quarter against Pacers minus 122. All right. Giannis, no concern on the back-to-back as he got ejected in the third quarter, so he'll be ready to go. Let's go. Johnny's on the 2-unit play. Let's go. You also did a 1-unit where you added Villa at home on the money line today. Who's Villa going up against? I know that's the Europa Conference League. Let's see who Villa's taking on. Oh, they're taking on AZ, the team in the Dutch league. They're decent, but they would have played 2 weeks ago. What happened 2 weeks ago? Villa won 4-1 on the road. Yeah, they win 4-1 on the road. I mean, Villa's good. I'm going to get a bet in on them this weekend against Fulham. All right, Johnny. Looks like a great play. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Over. Jamarcus. You're taking the over tonight. The over tonight in a little football game. 2 bad offenses. You think there's going to be an over? Not trusting the defenses. Liking the offenses more. I hear you. I've got no analysis other than every game stays under in prime time. That's why I did under 38.5. So, I hear you. What do these teams score per game? Just in terms of what's the rough math? So, Panthers are getting 18 points a game. Bears are getting 21. That's 38? No, it's 39. So I'm going to lose on the hook tonight. What do the defenses allow? Defenses allow, oh yeah, this is why you're on the over. Bears are allowing 27 points. Panthers, dead last in the NFL. They allow 28 points. Yeah, we'll see what wins out. Defenses or offenses, but good luck, Jamarcus. I hope for your sake you win because mine's just a free roll and I'll get a $5 bet back. So, I mean, I care, but I'd much rather have you get a win with one of your unit plays. So good luck, man. Good luck. All right, boys, that's how we're doing it. That is how we're doing it today, right? That's all I had. Yeah, that's all I've got. I cannot wait to do this between the posts here at 12 o'clock. I cannot wait to do this. Really excited to see what Matt's got. Excited to see what he's got cooked up. Again, we could have 3 bets in Crystal Palace versus Everton. One of them is definitely 0-0 at halftime. 100%. If we can do the streak with like 700... yeah, if we can flip that over 14 times, that'd be like 23 million. Corey, it's not that bad at your job, man. It's okay. It's okay, dog. It's okay, man. We're going to try like hell. I'm going to kick it off. I already know the play. I'm going to put the $700 on. It's going to be a Premier League play. Might as well feel Matt out, and then I'll just let you guys know what the play is tomorrow so we can all sweat it out. West Ham at home against Olympiacos. They were the worst team 2 weeks ago at Olympiacos, for sure. Olympiacos was better. And Liverpool on the road, sure, I like Liverpool. They've got depth for days. West Ham, why don't you just do it both teams to score? Like, why break it? Or don't try and fix something that's not broken. Why wouldn't you just do both teams? Why don't you do like both teams to score parlay with Liverpool money line? Just it's a West Ham game. Just go for goals. I mean, it's a cash cow. It's a cash cow. Actually, why am I not on that? What was I waiting on? What did they do? What have they done since that meeting? Yeah, West Ham's just been cashing. 3-1 against Arsenal, 3-2 against Brentford. We, of course, lost that bet against Everton when Everton won 1-0. West Ham has only won one match in their last last 6. They've only had one win in their last 6. Somehow they beat Arsenal. I'm not quite sure how they pulled that off. Olympiacos on the road. They've got a win, a draw, a win, a draw, a win, a draw. So they look pretty tough on the road. Obviously, it's in their Greek league, but they look pretty tough on the road. I don't know. I would just say bet goals, man. Just stay with what's been working. Here you go, Adrian. This is the deciding factor to get you off of West Ham money line. Every fixture in Group A this season in Europa League have seen both teams to score. Don't try and get too cute, man. Every match in that group in Europa League this season has had both teams to score. So, yeah. What else we got, boys? Anything else? Anything else, boys? I'm going to look at my Premier League notes. Let's see what we got, boys. See if maybe we drop a Premier League bet now. Who wants a Premier League bet now? Anybody want a Premier League bet now? Anybody want a Premier League bet right now? Can't wait till 12 o'clock. You just want one right now, huh? Everton Crystal Palace 0-0 halftime. Just got to figure out if I'm going to give that out as a unit or full unit. So I don't want to give that one out now. I'll give out this bet right now. What the hell? Sometimes you got to win ugly. I hear you, Corey. All right, I'll give that bet out now. You don't have to wait for between the posts for that one. Wolves on the double chance, -134. Taking on Tottenham, 6:30 in the morning, Saturday morning. First Premier League game of the weekend. I'm on Wolves on the double chance. Knowing Matt and doing 3 years of between the posts of them, he'll probably be on Wolves too if I had to take a guess. I bet, has he? Oh, hold on. Maybe he's messaged me his plays by now. No, he has not. I bet something tells me Matt's going to be on that play too if I had to take a chance or if I had to take a bet. And I will take a bet. All right, boys. What else we got? Game this 2-unit play. Both matches are at 11:45 a.m. So we got about an hour and 15 minutes till the ball is kicked, and we've officially sweating a 2-unit play. Can't wait to hit that sucker. We're already positive on the week, but can't wait to really kind of get really good positive on the week as we roll into money-making weekend. I'm looking forward to it. Got some good bets cooked up. Even got a bet in the Bundesliga this weekend to go ahead and share with you guys. But last time I checked, yesterday I checked, it was +172, and now it's +183. So I'm not giving you that bet today. Might as well just keep waiting. Maybe it gets tweeted at some point if it starts to fall back down, but I'm in no desire to give that one out. I mean, we faded United a lot, right? Sorry I didn't give out the Copenhagen double chance, but I did give out Newcastle draw no bet not too long ago. It's okay to fade your team. It's okay. Who's going to be your defenders, Corey? Who are you relying on? You don't have Van de Ven. You don't have Romero. You don't have your doggy. And you don't have your best playmaker in Madison. It's going to be tough for Spurs this week. It's going to be tough. I'm going to say no because our bet's already cashed, but if we're sweating the second half, I will jump on TikTok Live because I'll definitely be watching it. So, to be determined. If we're sweating a second half 2-unit play, I'll jump on TikTok. Iowa record. Oh, you were talking about, I figured you were talking about football on Saturday. That's your team. I hear you. You don't like to fade your team. I hear you, man. It's no fun to fade your team. It makes for a awkward watch. I hear you, man. I hear you. I hear you. Don't do it then. Don't tail that play. It's all good. We got plenty more, what I believe, good Premier League plays to go ahead and get at you right there. You know what you could also do, Corey? If you don't want to take Wolves double chance, I hear you. I think both teams will score is another great angle in that game. Wolves last 14 Premier League games, they've only had one clean sheet. Everybody talks about how good Wolves is defensively, which they are. They're one of the scrappier and tougher teams in Premier League. Last 14 league games, they've only had one clean sheet. And in their last 10 Premier League games, they've scored in all 10. So if you don't like Wolves double chance, perhaps both teams will score. It's minus 190. That's why it's not on the card. It's minus 190. So, but great stats on both sides to suggest that game is going to be a both teams will score. So maybe you can hop on that and drop that into a parlay. All right, boys, I'm going to go ahead and call it right there. I'll hope to see most of you guys at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll break down all 10 games of the Premier League with, of course, myself and Matt. And then we'll come back Friday. We'll roll out the weekend slate of bets. I just mentioned I got a Bundesliga bet. We'll find out what Premier League bets I've got. And then we got NFL Week 10 to go ahead and get down. I'm sure nobody is on Eliminator tonight, so we'll talk about that tomorrow. I think there's two really good matchups this week in the Eliminator. So, all right, boys. See you guys in a little bit on Between the Posts. Enjoy your Thursday.